Hello everybody, welcome to TRB Vs SBA. I am Rogie75. I'm going to be re-commentating this scrim. Match has started. Runners are now running with Winter positioning himself very nicely on a wall with places to go left and right. Good starting position. Move over to Elo. We see he's moving over to Toltree, another great place to be. Eagle was grounded, presumably someone's now chasing him. Not in the greatest position. If he plays this well though, he should be able to survive it. No tagger in sight, so I do not know what's happening. Right. Eagle moving across with one on him, very nice movement. But it went right past another tagger, luckily he didn't see him. One on him, two on him. Lost some height there. Nice juke. Ran right past another tagger. He needs to get some height here, or he's in a pretty bad position, but he seems to be doing nicely juking him out. There's signature juke. Hit him both of them with that one pretty nicely. He's in a pretty uncomfortable distance right now, but he seems to be fine, keeping up a nice pace. Alright, we have one on him right now. Seems like the other one had given up. Yeah, you see two on Winter right there, but unfortunately they had tagged him. Very nicely moving between them. Bit of a lag spike here. Alright, Eagle got a little stuck there, but luckily nobody was tailing directly behind him. Ooh, fumbles that scale, but luckily recovers it and doesn't get tagged. We got two on him right now. He's maneuvering this quite nicely, not getting tagged. Great juke there. Ooh, someone going sky camping, but he went right past him. All three of them now on him. He's kind of duploing, going up and down, not really keeping his height, but whatever he's doing seems to work for him. Gets a little stuck there with someone right there. And there's the tag. Switching over to his teammate Elo, the last one there is. He should have a bit of time before they get over to Toltree. Decides to switch over to back wall. Sees someone on the tree. Alright, turning around. Fails that turnaround. Falls off the wall. Running right underneath where that tagger was. Not in a great position. It's not going to set him up to do a very nice run. One right behind him. Jumps right into another tagger. That's round. 2-minute 34 running round. That's really good. You usually see around 40 seconds to a minute. We will see how Trailblazers deals with this tagging round and whether SBA is able to run long enough. Alright, SBA waiting for their running round to start here. We are currently spectating hourly, going the same way that we saw Winter go before. Ooh, misses that branch. That's pretty bad, but it's fine. It's early in the round. We see him positioning him exact same place. We are moving towards Death Wall though. Goes for a slip slap, even though there's nobody on him. Interesting choice. Maybe just trying to clip farm a little here. Moving pretty gracefully through. Pretty bad lag here. Someone right in front of him. They missed the tag though, moving onto double walls. He set him up pretty good position. Drax ran right past that tagger. Don't know what he's thinking of doing. That was a really nice move from, well, nice. Completely jukes that tagger. Moving onto the stump. Gets a little stuck there. He's pretty held back by his one hand. Ooh. A little bit of controller tracking issues. But it's fine. He recovers from it. Moving pretty fast through double walls. And completely evades that tagger. Yeah, once again you see that one hand coming in pretty bad. Eagle walking right past him. Missing the tag. Leaves can do that to you sometimes. Getting pretty lucky with these taggers not seeing him. Once again, walks right through one. Alright, going back on double walls. He saw him do pretty well last time he was on here. Let's see if he can keep that up. All three of them are pretty sure on him. Yep. Oh, he's the final one on his team. And there's the tag. They have also had a really good running round, but unfortunately TRB did just do better. So that is 1 point for TRB. We will see how the rest of this goes. TRB preparing for their second running round. And we are off. Elo choosing to go onto double walls, a double plat. Failing to scale a little there, but it's fine. Position yourself all the way up on tall tree. Deciding to go into branch. That lets him go either to tall wall or to treehouse like that, but fumbled that. Kind of fell, but here we have Winter deciding to move onto pig wall. Someone right below him goes above. Pretty nice movement. One on double walls, one right in front of him, doesn't see it fast enough and gets tagged. Elo on double walls. I don't think anybody's chasing him. He's not really moving with much pace. Ooh, cut back right as Eagle gets tagged on the ground. Last one again is Elo. Current time is 50 seconds. If we can just hang on for a little longer, this can still be a good running round. Moving on to double def wall and someone right behind him to get the tag. 54 seconds for TRB. A little sad compared to their last running round, but it's still good time. If they lock in on this tagging round and do better than they did last time, they can still get this point. Alright, and SBA's second running round has started. We are following Nice. Fails that scale a little there. I don't think he's too used to having one hand yet. Moving on to stump branch. Sitting there, pretty nice place to be. One person on him. Falls all the way down, but seems to be making some pretty good height. Moving through that pretty gracefully. Going back onto double walls, which seems to be his main right there. Juking out the tagger on him. He's got great distance. Getting some height on the stump. Then here we have Hourly. Don't see anybody on him. Ah, they were grounded. Okay. Yeah. Moving pretty fast, but just not fast enough. Messed up right as the person was behind him. Nice is the last person for his team. They got 2 more seconds to tag him. Now it's up to 2-second rule. 57. Ooh. Clock is 57 and timer is 54. That's technically 3 seconds, but we will see what the refs decide to do. There is always latency between when the clock goes up, off, or whatever. So maybe they'll call it a 2-second rule. We will see. Alright, the final ref decision came in, and they decided that it was a reset round. So we are going back to 1-0. So, once again, we are doing TRB's second running round. Following Eagle. Decides to go for a long jump, hits it, proceeds to still fall. Sitting right behind where the taggers are. Let's see what his plan is. None of them see him. Sits right back on the tagging table. Here we are with Elo, with 2 on him. Currently on tall wall. Yeah, tall wall. Rotating round, 1 on him, 2 moving to double walls, 1 above him. We'll see how he decides to play this. Seems to be running over to Blender, trying to lose him. Ooh, fails there. Hey, none of them miss. All 3 of them on him, Jukes. All 3 of them, a nice move, but unfortunately gets tagged. 2 left, Eagle and Winter. Winter currently on stump. We'll see who the taggers decide to go for. We see 1 on Winter, and I'm guessing 2 on Eagle. Winter doing some branches through Blender. Moving over back into Blender. Misses a few of those branches, but still has good distance on that tagger. Eagle was tagged off camera, so it's just down to Winter. Let's see his plays. Moving pretty well through Blender. Some fast branches there. I don't see any of them. Yeah, no taggers directly on him right now. They're trying to find him. Ooh, 1 went for a cutoff, but completely missed. All of them just trying to get on his tail, but none of them just being able to follow. He is grounded, but none of them there to ground camp. I cannot see any of the taggers getting anywhere close to him. Oh, there it is. Alright, one right behind him as he falls. Unfortunate timing, but that does mean Winter is tagged, with TRB's time being 1 minute 42. Another great running round. Ooh. SBA moving into redoing their second running round. We are currently following Nice, going back into the tree near Stump Branch. Let's see how the taggers decide to play this. Once again, one tagger going after Nice. Moving to Gazebo. Just currently circling it, trying to figure out the game, but unfortunately he did that for too long. One just cut across Gazebo and Nice is tagged. We currently seeing Drax was grounded, start making some height, misses right there. We got one on him. Let's see, ooh, Juke right there, but unfortunately went too high and got tagged. Here we have Hourly, all three on him. Moves pretty gracefully through those two. One right above him, doesn't get the tag. Eagle on his tail, and that's a tag. SBA with a 40-second running round, getting TRB their second point of 5. Alright, and here we see TRB preparing for their third running round, currently viewing Winter. They seem to be trying to come up with a plan for doing this. Winter moving on to second. No, Skytree. Yeah, I'm such a professional commentator. Alright, now on. Yeah, I give up on the tree names. Moving on to Treehouse. I'm assuming one is on him. Moving to double walls, double flats. Jumping across, going over to Stump. We still don't see that tagger behind him. Moving on to Eagle. Currently was grounded. Getting some good height in Blender. Ooh, runs right up into one, but they miss. Dang. And while jumping across, gets flicked. Alright, and here. Alright. Stop changing. Then here we have Winter on back wall. Moving over to Blender. Grounded currently. Getting. Kind of fumbling that scale, but the tagger just keeps on going up. Not seeing that he fell. Jumping back and forth, trying to get some height on back wall. Moving across the treehouse. Ooh, fell there, unfortunately, gets tagged. Winter still just on Stump. Seems like they're tripling every single person one at a time. I don't know how well it's working out for them, but if they think that it's the best way to tag, then I won't stop them. Here we have Winter. I do not see any of the taggers currently close right now. He's just running across back wall. Two going for a cutoff. But he is not jumping off there. He saw him from a mile away. Moving over to Tall Tree. Now onto Tall Wall. Just jumping back and forth once again. One on him. Jumping onto Tall Flat Tree. Double walls. Ooh, gets tagged through double walls. 1 minute 40 running round for TRB. Alright, SBA preparing for their third running round, trying to see if they can beat 1 minute 40. Here we see Drax jumping onto ground for some reason. Don't know where. Okay. Going through Blender. Or under Blender. Alright, Drax just chilling on top of some trees. We'll see if any taggers decide to come along. We see one on bridge, but is going after somebody else. Ooh. Alright, Eagle with the tag there. On Nice. Nice getting tagged by Eagle. Just barely missed it. Hourly currently on back wall. Moving over to the death wall area. Just in some branches. Two on him. Ooh, one just barely misses him. Moving through the treehouse area. Ooh, gets stuck on a branch. Falls right into him. 36-second running round for SBA. Why did they... Okay. A little bit of a malfunction there. For some reason gave it to SBA, but now the score is 3-0 for TRB. And here we have TRB going into their fourth round. All of them seem to be going the same way, but there we go. They fan out. Eagle hitting once again that long jump, but not fumbling it this time. Sitting on double flats. Elo moving through back wall. And Winter on stump wall. Ooh, two people on Eagle. Fortunately runs right into him. Winter moving onto double plats. One on him, moving back to stump. Let's see, everybody seems to be tripling on Elo. Maneuvering pretty nicely, one on his tail though. Needs to get some height, but unfortunately doesn't. Gets flicked there. Last one left is Winter, with 40 seconds on the clock. It'd be nice for him to get a little more time on that. We'll see how he does. Maneuvering through Blender pretty nicely, one on his tail now. Seems like he's lost him though. One right below him. Ooh, jumps right back with him and gets a nice flick. 55 seconds. Not the greatest for TRB, but they do seem to be able to get pretty consistent tagging rounds. So maybe they still can pull through and win this round. SBA preparing for their fourth running round here. And we are off watching hourly here. Moving over to stump, misses that. But we're still back on stump. Alright, we're moving over to stump wall. Not the greatest position. It's pretty easy to get pincered here. We'll see how these taggers play it though. Goes for a slip. Tries to clip farm a little too hard, but fails there. Someone gets a nice mid-air cutoff. Speaking of nice, we have him moving through Blender. I don't see anybody on him. Two people on him. There we go. Goes for that thing that he did last time again, but doesn't get quite as nice. One drops right down on his head. Last one left is Drax, but he already got tagged. I didn't even get to see that running time for SBA, but they sure aren't happy about it. On for 4-0, if TRB can pull this through, this will be the last round of this scrim. And we are off with Winter going not his usual route. Moving on to what I think is Bagel. No, that's Bagel. This is Skytree. Maybe. Eagle is grounded with two on his tail, moving through double walls. Pretty nice movement there. But mid-low distance there, unfortunately got flicked. Elo doing some nice branching here. One was on his tail, two now, and two is that 2 second to tag him. Last one again is Winter on his usual perch around stump. Moving pretty nicely through Blender. One completely falls to the ground. Pretty nice movement here. Seems like all three have finally catched up. Nice cutoff there. Giving TRB a 48 second running round. It'll be a little difficult, but I still think TRB can pull through a 5-0 here. Oh, sorry, I didn't even notice. SBA going on to their final running round. They have to beat 48 seconds if they even want a chance at getting 1 point here. Currently watching hourly. Now on to Drax on double plats. Doesn't seem like any taggers are going for him. We haven't seen much of Drax. He seems to get tagged pretty early. Switching a lot. I think Elo got a tag there. Drax currently sitting on tallest. Oh, he is lost. Alright, we got to see Drax pull through another 20 seconds. Maybe we'll finally get to see him play so much. On stump. Tries to scale, but completely falls. He seems pretty nice on his jumps there. Just they don't actually do anything. And that is it. 5-0.